I've seen this 1,000 times on TV. It always works. Go.
Since when does it follow like tofu? Balls in the air!
Now, where were we? Oh, yes.
Hello! The magic of animation in movies has become more legendary throughout the years, not because we see it as simply as a great film genre, but because it is mesmerizing for our eyes to see and our hearts to feel. There comes a lot of responsibility if you're willing to create a great animated movie for the entire family, or for a certain age group to enjoy. A few main attributes of what a great animated movie should have are quite basic, but still put in the effort you need to make a good feature presentation. Those attributes are none other than great animation, a terrific storyline, creative characters, and emotional voice acting through it. There are a lot of great celebrities when it comes to voice acting in animated kids movies. It's a part of what makes the movie special. However, if you think high-profile voice acting is way more important over animation, or a fine storyline in an animated film, or hype up the movie because popular and well-known celebrities you know are going to play a part in it, or even think the movie is good just because it has your favorite singer or TikTok star in it, doesn't mean that you're right that an animated movie could be that great. In fact, it makes you a certified dumbass. That's right, we're back with another video today. Did you know that Addison Rae was not the only internet celebrity to dub in a kids movie distributed by Viva? That's right, in late 2019, a fresh new kids film came out and was supposed to be a fresh new looking. Turns out, that didn't go out as planned. But hey, kudos to the movie for including Charli D'Amelio, right? Well, only for a nearly calculated 3 minutes of screen time as a lab rat. I'm pretty sure 75% of watchers only saw this movie to see Charli D'Amelio's talent. That's right, it's another one of those movies who think they can make it big just by having some big internet celebrity in it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the weirdest movies I've watched on Hulu. This is StarDog and TurboCat. So what is StarDog and TurboCat exactly? Well, to begin, it's a kids movie, distributed by Viva Kids, the same company that distributed Spy Cat. So basically the main theme revolves around superheroes, but with animals playing them. And to my surprise, this movie isn't really well received. And I totally get that, cause it's one of those dumb, cringy animated kids movies that gets nowhere to the true moral and only functions as a movie just for kids. And it's kind of true from my perspective for watching this film from Hulu, but actually, in my comparison to Spy Cat, it's way more better, and we'll get into that later at the end of this video. So here's StarDog and TurboCat. The movie starts off with 30 seconds of logos presenting themselves this fucking slow. I mean, seriously, come on! That might have been the longest 30 seconds of my life. I do like the headgear logo though. Kinda reminds me of myself, don't you think? Actually starts off in 1969, in a time where sending your animal to space is literally one of the most innovative things to do on Earth. It's all fun and games until one of them dies in orbit. And to begin right off the bat, jeez, Buddy really does have no soul in that look, doesn't he? But Buddy gets sent to space by his owner in a space capsule loaded with a powerful chemical element called hyperlithium. Then the doggo proceeds to lose connection and fly off into eternal space frozen, just like Carl's from Battle Tendency. Just kidding. 50 years later, he ends up in a dumpster in a town called Glenfield, where everybody hates dogs for some reason. So Buddy gets lost in the city and tries to find David, by which it was already nighttime. That's where he finds out about Glenfield's anti-animal laws and meets TurboCat, a narcissistic feline douchebag who only cares about kicking butt and his reputation. And yes, he has Twitter. The cat has fucking Twitter! Don't get me wrong, I myself kind of saw this coming because he's a narcissist and a douchebag and can somehow interact with humans in the most bizarre way possible. Maybe TurboCat will play Roblox and be part of the RTC like what I used to be. Or maybe he'll just be stuck as an introvert trying to erase your tweets he doesn't like, or cancel someone over different opinions about anime characters. So the cat, whose real name is Felix, how ironic, takes Buddy to his hideout, making it not so secret after all. Felix then convinces Buddy that he's a stray and that he's now in Glenfield, a town corrupted by only one cop, Officer Peck, and that he enforces the strict law that animals shouldn't be around in public life around humans.
Well, I hope you get sent to the pound.
I'm not gonna, though. Know why? Because I've got one of these.
Oh!
And that.
Huh?
This. That. That. This. Two of those. And this.
So Buddy tries to get on his good side with those eyes, but it fails and Felix kicks him out of his den, only for Buddy to return one last time and confront Felix about his owner, David. Well, this isn't the first time a cartoon animal character got obsessed with a buddy. Beastars. Zootopia. Seriously, this guy displays a total narcissist personality. Even getting attracted to some rabbit feeds his ego more. So the cat from the Soviet animated adaptation of Bremen Town Musicians and the rejected Airbuds auditioner set off to find this Cassidy and find clues about Buddy's spaceship until Officer Peck stops them in the name of the law, but then the two run away from Officer John Cena, who's trying to catch them with a metal claw, and it turns out Buddy has a superpower of being fast. Buddy and Felix head to the supermarket to bring back the carrot Cassidy dropped, but then the idiot dogger proceeds to cause more trouble in the store and gets themselves locked in by a bicycle standing in the way. But then Buddy saves the day by showing those eyes.
Hey, I just realized I haven't eaten for 50 years.
Wow, and I haven't masturbated since last week either. So TurboCat tells StarDog about what Peck does to animals and gets startled by a cardboard cutout of him later on, which turns out to be a goldfish controlling it, and that's where we meet Cassidy and her friends, as well as their organization, GOD.
Glenfield Underground Animal Rights Division. This is our public relations specialist, Tinker.
Bullion, if these neutrino readings are
Not
accurate...
now, Tinker.
Bullion, if these neutrino readings... Bullion, if these neutrino readings...
Yes! This is Charli D'Amelio! This is Charli D'Amelio's voice acting right there! See how hard she tries to act as the rat? I am literally getting Addison Rae vibes from this. I mean, this is just so damn awful. This is literally the quiet kid at school. You know, I too was gonna expect her to do great from this as well, considering I'm a dumbass. Sure, I may be an idiot, but even dumbasses have professional standards too. This shit goes soft. So Felix takes them away and lets Cassidy explain the rest to Buddy. So Buddy was selected as an astronaut animal to fly an experimental rocket in 1969. But what he didn't know is that the space capsule was secretly powered by a dangerous element called hyperlithium. God's main purpose with it is to use it to keep all animals in Glenfield safe.
Hyperlithium emits energy waves that can...
That's a good question!
But then a much bigger thing, Chief Scientist Todd comes in to further elaborate what the hyperlithium is truly used for. To build a giant robot? Okay, I don't know if this machine is supposed to keep all all of the animals safe in Glenfield and make them live in peace.
Felix, remind me how TurboCat pays for all the gadgets and capes and so on.
And of course, this is how God pays for Felix's superhero gear, by viral videos of him put online that generate this amount of views and cash.
160 million views. The advertising royalties must be super.
Everything's all fun and games trying to pay off this much debt of how much you owe the cape for the viral videos until you get demonetized. So Buddy joins God in pursuit of that space capsule, the hyperlithium, for which is headed straight to the pound. After a close encounter with Peck, TurboCat manages to grapple onto the wrong prison cell and tortures a prisoner while his weapon malfunctions, until getting right back up to avoid Officer Peck on the phone.
Parking right down the hall, that's why. It's dangerous. And disgusting.
Wow, I'm pretty surprised and glad that Officer Peck's voice is like this. He really does sound like Scott from Team Fortress 2 after all.
Okay, I get the picture. I tell you, that darn thing is like 50 years old.
Next time, eat a salad.
But then StarDog comes to the rescue to save TurboCat's ass from being caught, and they find the capsule. But unfortunately, an accident leads to a bunch of crazy antics, which leads them to get caught by Peck.
It's raping time.
So we get to hear more about TurboCat's backstory while they're being transported in a police car. Then Cassidy comes in and saves them.
Abracadabra.
Don't say that again.
The internet is for porn. And then the car gets in an accident. Wow, yeah, like that. You don't just lazily animate a scene where you replace an epic car crash with a fucking cut of black. But then Felix and Buddy realize the girl is still in the car and proceeds to save her using their hearts. And as a result, it worked! Now their reputation as animals living in a society is steadily growing. Good for them, I guess. And they visit the girl they saved one more time before Officer Eminem wakes up from his apparent coma to check on her. What the fuck? Are you gonna stand there doing nothing or actually do something that would contribute to humanity for once?
No!
You kind of remind me of myself waiting for at McDonald's. So Todd and the ever so quiet Tinker take out a piece of hyperlithium from the space capsule to observe it. And that hyperlithium is to control the big robot. TurboCat is told to guard the capsule while StarDog goes outside like Dream. But then he finds out that the space capsule is being taken away yet again by that one cop car. Buddy and Felix chase the cop car with their stolen capsule and TurboCat's Batmobile. And then the vehicle crashes. Wow. But then they realize that the space capsule is nothing but a decoy, assumingly Officer Peck's trap.
God is a joke.
Then Cassidy loses her shit right at them.
Our PR mouse never says anything.
I I will give them credit though. Tinker is useless as much as a PR mouse, a TikTok celebrity. So after Cassidy gives up all hope and loses faith in God, StarDog and TurboCat agree to work together to help save God, only to find out that the entire cop car chase was set up by Todd. And soon we discover that Todd was one of the crewmates that wasn't chosen to go into outer space in 1969. Jeez, how could a cat, live up to 50 years? It's merely impossible in real life. But this is an anime movie, I guess. But anyway, Todd uses hyperlithium to brainwash Peck to act like a dog, allowing him and the prisoner dog to get away until Sinclair frees them, allowing Bunny and Felix to escape. The next morning, Todd unleashes Eminem Dog out into the public for everyone to see. TurboCat goes out to find StarDog to get the gang back together once again. He even brings him a cape, too.
Give it up, Todd. Leave the humans alone.
Yeah, let's show them how great pets can be, how they can trust us, and we can show them how to be better people. That was long-winded. Buddy, can you summarize?
Woof.
Woof. That was it? How does literally a fucking woof simplify the fucking elaboration of what you're trying to say? Forget what you said was really long-winded, fought-winded, Newport-winded. This doesn't help!
And you, Felix, everyone thinks you're a bit of a jerk.
So Todd tells Felix that he's a bit of a jerk, which is true though, and tests the hyperlithium on the dog, so the plan to attack Todd backfires and Felix and Buddy hide in the alley, where apparently Bullion and Tinker was waiting.
He's a cat. What's his weakness?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Will you all just shut up and listen to me?
This is literally Tinker at her fucking peak! Like, who would even cover her ears for that? I mean, you are a famous TikTok star and everything, but come on, Emilio! For the love of some god that I actually follow, be something more stronger! You're exactly like fucking Addison Rae! How could you people stand up and dance and sing in front of a camera live in front of a million people on TikTok, yet you literally sound like you're reading the script head down for the entire movie? You're the worst actor out of all of them! Okay, you know what? You get an X for extra low effort. And I'm no teacher, but you get an X! You actually fucking suck!
We've still got all the broken gadgets and robot parts they threw out of the museum. Plus, we've got access to a tactical operations goldfish.
Wow, how convenient! And I've got access to a tactical operations wiffle ball bat I keep in my tiny bedroom. Plus, I've got tactical operations pair of clown shoes for whenever I walk around when I feel bad about myself. Hey, walk a mile in my shoes. Will you? So StarCat and TurboDog and Tinker D'Amelio get to work to build Bullion, a fish operating tank used to distract Victor. I forgot to mention that the dog's name is Victor, but don't blame me if I didn't remember what it is by now. So Felix tries to convince Victor that humans aren't bad. It fails, but Buddy tries to get his back when he traps Victor in the museum with a globe. But then Todd appears in a giant robot he's been working on. So StarDog opens a can of catnip, and secures TurboCat so he doesn't go wild about it too. But the plan fails because the robot apparently has built-in microfiltered air conditioning. So Todd has a final battle against StarDog and TurboCat for the final time, and I'm too lazy to explain the entire fight, so I'll speed it up for you. But apparently Cassidy comes back somehow. Then Todd explains how he fully never liked God, and how his machine was secretly being fully weaponized. So the old cat was about to kill them until his true weakness unravels within him. The red laser beam. ejected out of the robot, but further explains how the robot was going to detonate a bomb that would brainwash every citizen in Glenfield. So Felix takes control of the bot and sends it along to space with him, which will kill him somehow.
Felix, you don't have to do this to impress me.
Taking over, right? Taking over, blue time. You gotta scream and shout in your mind.
Oh, and Buddy can fly too. So Buddy flies to get Felix the hell out of here and the day is saved. Officer Peck is fully convinced that the animals are heroes, and what a surprise! The old man who happened to be an NPC in the movie was David all along. The museum is later reopened under new management and God is magically reformed.
Anyone who's mean to animals, or picks on someone smaller than them, or has crazy plans to make a robot hamster into president and take over the world. Sorry, this is really long-winded. Buddy, can you summarize?
Well,
Translation, bad people better watch out for StarDog and TurboCat!
That's it? That's the literal point of the movie? Your long-winded, poop-shit-winded, Marlboro-winded point? Woof! But seriously though, how could you summarize a sentence like that, huh? And that was... I mean, those are the credits. In my opinion though, they seem pretty nice. Even the main credit sequence was kinda short. At least it doesn't fade into normal boring credits like in Spy Cat. And that was StarDog and TurboCat! So what do I think of StarDog and TurboCat? Well, to be honest, it really wasn't a good movie. Why do I think of that? Because this would look like some normal dopey animated kids movie made by Viva. The story seems pretty organized, but it does fall into a somewhat uncomfortable state when put in action. I mean, yeah, it is original to have a dog frozen in time to look for a lost owner with a superhero group while finding a scientist who betrays them somehow, but where's the action put into that? I felt like they should have added a little more things or made a few more things a bit more bigger if they want to make the lore interesting. The animation for this movie is pretty regular to me. It's not really bad, except when you put the animation into movement. I mean, the animation makes the characters move until they stop. When the characters stop, they just seem to have no idle movement at all. They're not even breathing, and I think that's what makes the animation sort of choppy and weak. The character models seem alright, and I've had no problem with the textures. I think they're alright. Amazing textures that warp around crazy looking cartoon animals in my assumption. Another problem I had with the animation was when they would cut to black instead of animating 2 car crashes. I mean, you do have the balls to make a robot crash to the wall, so why not use those balls to put in some good use instead of replacing them with some black placeholder screen? The characters are really not that interesting. Some copy major cliches from other movie superheroes. TurboCat is supposed to resemble Batman while StarDog is Superman, and Cassidy is obviously supposed to be a Black Widow ripoff. While some side characters like Tinker and Bullion and villains like Todd aren't really seen in other characters' shoes as examples, but rather just doing their own thing. The characters themselves don't really try to look that cute either, unless if you think Cassidy is sexy, or Tinker just to be that hot because she's voiced by Charli D'Amelio. Actually, if you ask me, I think Todd was the cutest character in my opinion.
You don't have to do this.
Yes, I do. I want you dead.
The movie definitely has some cringe moments, so I'll not further respect that, especially with Felix's viral videos. Some are cute moments, but many of them just end up as total cringe moments. I mean, if you count the eyes to be cute, then that would definitely be cringe. I will admit, the part with the Felix viral videos got me kind of giggling. The voice acting was kind of good. I mean, most of the actors did pretty well, even if I don't know them. My biggest problem would be with Charlie's voice acting as Tinker. First of all, Tinker doesn't have much lines in the movie. Second, Charli does not sound like a professional. She's pretty much the most quiet character in the entire movie. In fact, Tinker's original British voice sounds way more better than Charlie's dub of it.
Will you all just shut up and listen to me?
I feel really bad for this movie to be overhyped, just to have one of the biggest TikTok stars in the world play a minor character that with roughly 3 minutes of screen time. And I also feel bad for those who helped overhype it, because those poor ones don't have a brain. Hell, even Viva uploaded a double on other YouTube channel that shows Charli D'Amelio recording her voice as Tinker in the movie. I mean, she just sounds flat out soft and not even powerful, and to overhype for that really makes me angry. Honestly, the movie itself is just pretty generic and boring, and a little weird, but that doesn't mean it's worse than Spy Cat. In comparison, StarDog and TurboCat had prettier animation and did the textures more perfectly than Spy Cat, and the characters still hold out to be more interesting than the ones in Spy Cat. The voice acting was also pretty much better in Spy Cat's as well, except for Charli, because she sucked. She actually sucked more than Addison Rae, who voiced the main character Marnie. The story was even cooler than Spy Cat's. We could all definitely agree that StarDog and TurboCat had a much more brighter and more colorful atmosphere than Spy Cat's, for which smells of a pretty dull scent. So in means of being a crappy movie StarDog and TurboCat is, it stands out to be better than Spy Cat. Unfortunately, if you're looking to watch a good kids movie on Hulu, or something for the whole family, I think you should probably leave this one out, for it counts as a pass. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys loved it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe too. I've been Bohemius, and I've proudly wasted your time. See you in the next video. Peace.